Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. If you notice I'm talking kind of quiet, it is because baby Dale is napping. He is upstairs, but I feel like when I talk really loud, he will wake up. So I don't know if that's the reason, but I've noticed that a couple times when filming, so I'm trying to talk a little bit lower. But we'll see how things go. So I really wanted to do a disappointing products video for 2020 because I did have a few that I was thinking of in particular that I really wanted to mention to you guys, and I haven't done one of these videos in a long time. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of dive into some of these disappointing products. Now, be aware if you did like one of these products, that's fine. Skin types, whatever, differing preferences, it all factors into whether you like something or don't like something. So please don't be offended. I hate putting in the disclaimer, but I don't want people in my comments like giving me suggestions. I've tried all these products multiple times. There's reasons I don't like them. We're gonna get into that, but if you guys are interested in seeing some of my most disappointing products of 2020, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so we're gonna dive into eyeshadow palettes. I don't know why I want to start with eyeshadow palettes, but I do. So one that I'm gonna mention is actually a more recent purchase of mine, but it is one of the products, I was just talking to my friend Jasmine actually about this product, and it's one of the products I thought of when I was getting ready to do this video. I hate mentioning this. I do like some of her other products, but I don't care for this. I did a whole video on it. It's the Huda Gold palette, the Huda Beauty Gold palette. I love the packaging. It's one of her smaller 9-pan palettes. I have tried these before and I like them. So the inside looks really pretty. Like these look so pretty. This isn't honestly a good palette, guys. I did a full review on it. I'll try to link it up in the cards. I did say I thought it was okay, and like I still stand by there's a couple of the shadows in here that are decent and work decently well. I just don't think for the price on this that it's worth it. Like this is usually 37 Canadian. I ended up paying about 40, and I did get charged duties from Cult Beauty. I should have mentioned too, this is a Cult Beauty exclusive. So if you wanted to order it outside of like the UK and Canada, I'm not sure about the US, but in Canada we had to pay import duties. And I don't know, it was around $20. I did order another palette, but I know my friend Jasmine, she didn't get charged until after the palette was delivered, but she ended up getting charged around 20 bucks too from FedEx. So it wasn't that good of a palette, and it ended up costing me almost $60 for this palette. So not happy about that. What I can say about this, I'll stick to this. This one is a little patchy. I've tried this quite a few times. These two shades work fine. I have no issues with them. This shade and this shade, beautiful metallics. The rest of these shimmers, they look really pretty in the pan, but they are literally so freaking like dry and like, and this looks really pretty because of my lighting, but like it's just like a plain base. Let me do that and then I'll show you. Like that's the swatch. After me rubbing so hard into that, I find when I apply these, I really have to dig in with my finger to get any kind of payoff on the lid. And to be honest, these are getting hard panned already after only a few uses, which is quite disappointing. And like I said, the pigmentation on these just isn't there. They're like topper shades, and in my video I did compare them to the Charlotte Tilbury Celestial shades. I actually think the Charlotte Tilbury are better for sure, but I was kind of describing it like that because there's no real like actual pigment base. It's just like a topper, which I wasn't expecting, and honestly they just don't apply that well. I don't know, this palette to me is a dud, and I'm kind of sad about it because like I said, I paid a lot of money for this, but I thought I would mention it because I know it's kind of been getting mixed reviews, but that's kind of my opinion on this one. Okay, the one I'm going to mention, I didn't buy the full size in this. It's the Urban Decay Stone Vibes, the mini palette. Now, you'll see, like, I have gone in, especially to this shade quite a bit, and I've worn this quite a bit, and I've worn a couple of the other shades. Again, like, I don't know if you can see, this is hit hard pan pretty badly. Because you really honestly have to pick these up with your fingers to make them do anything on your eyelid. Some of them perform better, like this shade performs better than these two shades, and this shade performs better than the pink shade, which is one of the shades I was really excited about. It can look pretty on the lid if you really work to build this up, but like, again, rubbing into it. So it looks pretty because of my lighting. but like, yeah, that's it. I don't know, it just, the actual payoff on the lid isn't great. These do feel nicer than the Huda ones, but they don't perform much better. And honestly, they look so pretty in the pan that I was like super hoping that these would be awesome. And also the mattes in here, the pigmentation on these are not spectacular. You really have to build these up. This is very light, like more of a light brown. It looks like deep and chocolatey. It's really not when you put this on the outer corner. You have to really, really build this up. I don't know, the mattes and the shimmers to me are off in this palette. I do use it because it's tiny and has a mirror, and I like to throw it in my bag just to use the mirror, but like, I don't really like it that much. I use this shade probably the most, and like I said, I really have to build this up, really, really build it up. These don't pick up good on brushes, so don't think you're going to go in with a brush and get a good pigmentation with this. You're just not, and you will get some fallout with these throughout the day. I tend to get fallout throughout the day even when I'm wearing this shade, so just be aware of that. I'm glad I didn't buy the full size, but I personally would pass on this, or even the full size one. Like, just pass on this from Urban Decay. All right, so this one pains me because it's from Pixi. They actually do send me PR on occasion, so I do get quite a few products from them, and I love Pixi skincare. I love some of their makeup as well from their makeup line. But this palette here, it's pretty. I got two of them. This one's Hazelnut Haze. There is like a rose, what's the other one called? Rose something. I didn't bring it out with me because it's like buried in my palettes to show you how much I use it. But it's the same setup as this. It has the 9 pans. And again, this one looks pretty. None of these shadows, like, I guess some of these are shimmers and some are mattes, but all of these have kind of like a satin kind of feel to them. Like, they're not like full-on mattes. The shimmers in here are lackluster. They don't apply to the lid, again, very well, even with a finger. And the mattes blend out pretty. I don't have an issue with the mattes when they go on the lid, but these like disappear on your lid. Within like, I'd say the shimmer disappeared within an hour on my lid. I couldn't even see it. And I would keep trying to reapply it and it would keep disappearing. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why. Pixi has a good eyeshadow formula. I know I had their bigger kind of round eyeshadows, like their bigger round eyeshadow palette. It's not a round eyeshadow palette, but it's a rectangle with the round. I can't think of the name. There was a taupe one that was really nice. That actually shadow formula is nice. I don't know what they did with this one, but I don't really care for this. It just doesn't last, and I want a product that's going to last all day. I don't want my eyeshadow to fade throughout the day and not be able to see it. So for that reason, I had to mention this. I am sad because, like I said, I do love Pixi, but I gotta keep it real. This is not a winner. And the other one is the exact same, the rose one, so don't think you'll get a better one with that one. They perform pretty much the same. Okay, so the last palette I actually don't have. I will go ahead and throw it up here, just a picture so you guys can see it. Well, it's not it, it's multiple. But just so you see what the actual palettes look like. I'm talking about the Fenty Beauty, what are they called? The Snap Shadows. I have them down here. I ended up purchasing like 4 of those, the little snap ones that snap together. They're the 6-pan palettes. I did a full review. Again, I will post that up in the cards if you want to watch it. I almost said effing, but they are probably the worst eyeshadows I've tried in 2020. I think I like this better than I like the Fenty Snap Shadows. The mattes in that palette weren't bad, but they're 6-pan palettes, and for the price point on those, I think I paid, it was $33 per palette for 6 little shadows, which is expensive, and they don't perform well. The shimmers in those palettes are terrible. They're more like satins. Honestly, they barely show up. Again, there's no real base. They were dry, hard pressed, and even the mattes, not all of them perform the same. And when you're buying a small palette like that for $33, you best believe that the shimmers and the mattes perform well for me to support or give you a good review. Not that Rihanna cares or Fenty cares, but please don't pick those up. If you did like them, that's fine. Even if you're going for something subtle, I just wouldn't recommend them. I don't like them. I've liked them even less since doing that video. And they're not in my collection anymore. They were actually in my house fire, so they're gone now, which, you know, I wish I just had have decluttered them or sent them back to Sephora when I had the chance, but it is what it is. I wanted to mention them because they were probably my least favorite palettes that I tried in 2020. Okay, so another product that I want to mention is from Give Me Glow. Gimme Gold Cosmetics, and I like their stuff. I actually just ordered their Vivid Rose palette. I have their highlighters before. I had Porcelain Peach and Halo. Love them. I love Porcelain Peach. I wish they would bring that one back, actually. So when I seen that she released these Sunset Glow highlighters, I think there's 3 different shades. I picked up the shade Late Night Coasting. I was like, I need that. I want one of those highlighters back in my life. This formula isn't the same, and I don't know. I think some people could like this, but like, okay, so it looks so beautiful. And listen, I do wear this. It just takes some work, and it's not my favorite formula. The reason why is this is really quite chunky. It is really soft, but it is really thick. Can you tell like how, like, it's a really thick formula, and like you can pick up too much really quickly. But I don't know if you can see this, but like there's so much like kind of like chunky, almost like glitter particles in this. And you can see it right there. Like, see how, yeah, you can kind of see how it's dusty on the side. It is super reflective and beautiful. You just really need to work this into the skin. It is pretty though. Like I said, I don't hate this. It's disappointing to me because it's not the formula that I was hoping for. And it is quite glitter heavy. I really have to tap my brush off. I really have to buff this into the skin after I apply it to make sure it's not too crazy. And it's easy to go super overboard with this. So that's the main reason I'm mentioning it. I really like the other formula though from Gimme Glow. The normal metallic formula. Stunning. It's one of my favorite. Like I said, Porcelain Peach was one of my favorite highlighters. Super metallic, super blinding. It was beautiful. So that's the only reason I'm mentioning this. I don't hate it, but it is a bit disappointing for me. Okay, so the next product I'm going to mention is actually from Sol de Janeiro, which I love Sol de Janeiro. Like, I love their Bum Bum Cream. I like, even their like coconut scented one I like. So when I seen these lip balms, I was super stoked, and they were actually in BoxyCharm. So I got both of these actually from BoxyCharm. Glad I didn't pay full price, and I'm glad I got one of these in my box because this is the shade Teeny Bikini. I do have the brown one too, but this is the kind of like orangey colored one. I'll see if I can swatch it. Yeah, it's really like, it's right there, but it's really just like a tinted, kind of like a very lightly tinted lip balm. It's not bad, but it's not like very shiny or anything, which is fine for a lip balm. It's just like nothing out of this world. It's kind of like a typical lip balm that you could buy at like the drugstore. I don't know. I just don't really think this is worth it, and I'm so disappointed because this could have been so good for them. But yeah, I don't really care for this. I'll use it. I use any lip balm that's laying around because I habitually have freaking dry lips. But yeah, it's not my favorite. I don't love it, and I thought I would mention it in this video. Another Pixie product. I'm so sorry, Pixie. What is this? This is also a lip balm. It's part of their C Plus line. They sent me that whole line. I do like some of the products. This one I don't like. So it has like the center, which is supposed to have vitamin C in it. Again, this is more of a drier lip balm. You really have to kind of warm it up to get product off. There's not really much. I don't think there's any tint to this one. Yeah, there's like no real tint to this one. Like you can't even see it, which is kind of disappointing. I was hoping it would have a little bit of a tint. It doesn't really. The smell is very citrusy, which is kind of normal for vitamin C, but this doesn't really do anything. It's nothing special. Like what is the vitamin C supposed to actually do for my lips? Because it doesn't really feel like it does anything. I don't know. It's okay. It's just, for me, this is like kind of a disappointing release, especially since this is probably like close to $15 or more Canadian. Like I said, there's better lip balms out there. I will use it, and I have been using it. It's in my bathroom. I just don't think you need this. I think it's disappointing. I don't really get, like, I don't think that little centerpiece does anything for your lips, and I would pass on this guy. Oh my God. Okay. I have to mention this product because I literally hate this product. Okay, this is from Dominique Cosmetics. What is this called? It's the, what is it? The Beautiful Mess Liquid Eye Paints. There were several shades available. I purchased the shade Electric Soul. Look how beautiful it looks in the tube. Beautiful packaging. Like, as soon as I seen this, I'm like, I need this shade. And I've been trying liquid multi-chromes and I haven't found a good one. So I thought I would pick this one up and give it a go and see if it was better because the swatches look pretty. Let me do a swatch. The swatch isn't even that good. Like, that's the swatch. Like, you can see that it looks kind of pretty on camera, but it is super see-through. It's patchy in person. This applies with your finger or with the applicator. It looks like shit. Honestly, it looks like nothing on your lid. Absolutely nothing. It completely almost disappears. If you put this over a shadow, it's not as bad, but then it pulls your shadow up. It's not good for layering. It doesn't dry that great. If you try to build it up, it looks chunky. Everything about this I absolutely hate, and I don't know how she released this product to her followers and people that support her brand without being like, this is garbage. Because if you had tested these out, you would know this is hot fire trash. Like, and listen, Dominique Cosmetics has some wins. I've heard people like a lot of their products, especially their eyeshadow palettes, but please stay away from these. They're so bad. Even though it looks pretty, it's deceiving, and it may look okay there, but like literally you can see through this on your lid. It doesn't look good, guys. Just pass up on it and purchase something from, I really like the cream multi-chromes from Sydney Grace or Cleona. I haven't tried hers, but I've heard they're amazing. Shine by SD Cosmetics has some great like multi-dimensional shadows. There's tons of indie brands that do them really well. Pass on the Dominique Cosmetics. Okay, a foundation that I wanted to actually mention to you guys is the Milani Screen Queen. I'll put it up here because I don't have that product anymore. I did a video using that product, trying it again, and I didn't like it, and I hated it even more since. I had to like force myself to try that product out. I didn't like it. Honestly, it was supposed to be more of a natural kind of like medium coverage. I found it to be a light coverage at best. You could build it to maybe light medium. It didn't look that natural to me or like radiant at all. It was actually quite drying, especially in this area of my face, which is my problem area. It made my nose look like shit. It wore off and kind of broke up around my mouth. It looked bad between here, which is another problem area. I didn't like that foundation. I don't know if anyone actually liked that release from them, which is sad because Milani has had some good complexion products, but I just didn't like that one, and I wanted to mention it because it was one of the few complexion products I could think of. The other one I'm going to mention is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I actually like the original matte concealer better because I find that one isn't as drying, which is weird because the camo hydrating obviously is supposed to be more hydrating, but the more I use that, the more I noticed that it was actually more drying on my under eyes and kind of made them crinkly. So I did want to mention that concealer. I'll also put that up here for you guys to see, but I'm not a huge fan of that one. I thought I would mention those two complexion products because those were both disappointing products for me this year. All right, so we're gonna do one more product, and this is a lip product. I probably have lots of other products I could mention, but this video is gonna be 100 years long. One more product though I do want to mention is I tried these earlier on in the year, and that is the Lawless Beauty lipstick, the lipstick bullets. I don't have any anymore, obviously, and I definitely would not repurchase. I think they're like $41 Canadian, something like crazy. Like, it's expensive, like it's close to Pat McGrath pricing. I love Lawless. I love so many of their products. Honestly, I've loved almost every product that they have come out with. So I was stoked because I like bullet lipsticks, kind of the best of most lip products. She had really nude pink shades. I purchased Wedding Day, and there was one other shade that I purchased as well, and I wish I had only purchased one because I hate that lipstick formula. I feel so bad because I love Annie Lawless, but I hate that formula. On me, honestly, it gave me butthole lips within an hour. It would bunch up, it would accentuate everything on my lips, like all of any dry patch that I might have. It was kind of not super pigmented. It was a little bit see-through, which I don't mind if I have to build it up if it's creamy, but it didn't look good. It didn't look good on my lips. And like I said, it accentuated all the bad parts of my lips. And my biggest gripe was the butthole lips within an hour. I do not want, if I'm paying $41 Canadian or 40 to 50 Canadian for a freaking lip product, I better not have an asshole face. And I don't care. You might not like that, but I don't want it. Keep it. yeah, I just didn't like that product. I needed to mention that lip product in particular because I really, really freaking hated it. All right, guys, so Dale woke up, so that's gonna be it for this video. He's actually really kind of fussy right now, so I don't know how I'm gonna continue to get through it. I'm just gonna do a workout with him. He likes to jump, so we're gonna do that. But that was all of my disappointing products for Dale, right there. That was all my disappointing products for 2020. I probably have, like I said, more. Look at his face. He's so sweet. But I love you guys so much. If you did like the video, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. If you want to stay updated with my videos, I love you guys so much. And I'm sorry this is a shitty ending, but it is what it is. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. And tell me some of your disappointing shit down below. Bye, guys.